What's up, Domino community? I'm at the Brattleboro Museum and Arts Center, and I'm here for the 10th annual Domino Toppling Extravaganza. And right now, we just started. Alright, pause the video right there real quick. This is the rough floor plan that Super Marmar Man 1 designed. The main idea that he had was to take an iconic domino project from each of the 9 years that they've been doing this event at the museum and rebuild it for the 10th year. So it's almost like something that we can reminisce about and just celebrate that this is the 10th year we're doing this event, which makes it the longest running domino event in America. But Nathan, Super Marmar Man 1, is going to explain to you what the rebuilds are right now, and then you'll get a whole sense of the overview of this project before it starts. So here we go.
Alright, so this year, BMAC is going to start with this crayon. It's going to be rolling down a ramp. Steve Sprice Machines has built this really cool machine that's going to release. There'll be a foam finger attached to the end of this. They had a similar trick in BMAC C2, and then we're going to have this spiral with the ball going through it. And then we move on to BMAC 3, where they had this cool circle trick. They called it the Cool Dude. And then we go to BMAC 4, where they built this cool gray Coliseum-like structure. And this is really cool. It's called a negative space project that they built for BMAC 5. It says BMAC 2 different ways here, actually, if you're able to see it. This was a big thing that they built at BMAC 6. So we're going to be making a little smaller version of that. So here's a spiral that I built at BMAC 7. So it's going to be mainly greens all through this section here. This is the big centerpiece for BMAC 8. This is the section that I think is going to be pretty cool because it's going to be a rainbow section. So should have a really neat look to it. The final section that's going to be representing a BMAC, which is last year's BMAC 9. And I've already set up this small replication of the trains project that we did last year. So there'll be dominoes running on this, on the notching of the train. And then we're going to go into the final part of BMAC over here. We're going to have a big finale. We're going to be building a big structure here. It's going to be a big rainbow domino. And we might have some other cool stuff too to end it off. That's the plan for BMAC this year.
We got Super Marmar Man working on the rebuild for year 4. What is this going to be?
This is going to be a spiraling speed wall. It's going to have gray, and we're going to use this ice color. This was actually made of wooden dominoes when they first did it. So luckily their wooden painted dominoes happen to match up very well with this color as well as the gray.
And over here, Steve, what are you working on?
This is a spiraling tall wall. At least that's what me and Nathan call the structure. And a clear line that goes in the middle of it. It's going to be 5 layers tall.
And that's a rebuild of...
It's like a remix of this
wall?
Spiraling wall. With a different technique.
Very cool. Right now I'm working on the very end. This is going to be a 2D pyramid, 52 layers high, and it's a rainbow that's going to say 10 right in the middle for the 10th year. This is the completed pyramid for the very end. And over here we have the trains that are finished. It's looking pretty good so far. We also have this wall rebuilt. It's going to be a little bit higher, but we have the same sort of structure and the same shape as year 6.
So I just cut out a foam board circle. This is a rebuild of a chain reaction trick that was used in BMAC 2. It's basically a disc with a spiral, and there's a ball that when the disc rotates, the ball will go around the edges of the spiral till it falls off the edge. And so what I did was, I think I may make a bigger circle, but I made this connects mechanism that's triggered by a small to large domino. So that flips the switch and it spins. That's gonna have a disc on it which spins and have the same sort of spiral thing that the ball will fall on.
I had a feeling that would happen. Alright, the whole team is here. We got Super Marmar Man 1. Say hello. XX Domino Master XX. And Sprice Machines.
Hello.
Hello. What are you building now?
I'm building a sponsor logo because I guess the museum had someone help sponsor. It's a building.
Very nice.
With 3 shades of green.
And Chris, what are you working on?
Currently making a lovely line going through the center of a pyramid. You can't tell it's a pyramid yet, but it will be.
Very cool. And Nathan, I see we have like a rebuild of what, 2006? Or BMAC 8?
Yeah, we did this in BMAC 8 and in BMAC 9. Shane usually sets up these glass shelves, but since he's not going to be there this year, I figured I'd give it a shot.
It looks really nice though, I like it.
Thanks.
We got a cactus. What does that represent? Is it just green?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just like that.
We're knocking down this cup pyramid because we don't have room to do the BMAC rebuild. So, do you want to knock it down?
Yeah, let's knock down.
Alright.
Here goes 10 minutes of hard work. It's pretty sad.
This is a mini rebuild of the color wheel that we did. Last domino. And over here, I think Steve is working on a Patrick Star domino field. That is the original domino field.
Background was completely free-handed.
Patrick is complete. This is an interesting project that I was working on. We got a bunch of swirls that go around in a circle, and then it hits this clear spiral, which goes around with dominoes on top. And then this last domino falls, which pulls the string and pulls this big domino to go around like that. This is a very nice pink and purple section, Nathan.
Thank you.
Lots of colors, lots of designs. And Steve, what are you working on?
I'm making Neon Cat, so it's just like pixel art that someone had online and Nathan found it. And it works really well for fall walls, you can just copy it.
Alright, Lily, what are you working on?
So I'm doing a rebuild of this BMAC negative space project. These letters are all taped down so they're not going to fall. And it starts down there, it's going to go around, do this like SOS pattern, and go all in between these letters.
That's nice. So you finished the B and the almost the M. You're working on taping the A right now.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. It's looking good.
BMAC is done. Chris, I love that. It's like a blue volcano.
Yeah, it honestly doesn't look like a volcano.
And the lines around it look so cool. It's like a flower. Wait, so how does this work? Like, where does it start?
Alright, so it's a little complicated, but incoming line is right here. And first, it goes around and knocks down only the light blue half pyramids, and it kind of swerves in and out to do so. And then over here, switches from knocking on the light blue to the dark blue, and it goes around a second time and knocks down the rest of the pyramids. Radially symmetric pattern.
Well, I'm building this 2D pyramid, so we have like a sign in the middle of it, and it's gonna go up top, and then down. So the hardest part with this trick is trying to find a support that's tall enough to exactly match the height of this pyramid. So to do that, I stack dominoes on top of each other, and now this is flush with that. But on this side, it's a little bit uneven, and I had to put these small mini dominoes to raise up the domino, make it flat. But it's pretty like uneven right now, and I hope it works because it's kind of unstable, but we'll see.
Putting domino art for foam finger art.
Let's look at this detail here. Wow. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, this is the first test of the foam finger trick.
Oh, it went backwards.
Change the position of the dominoes, or make the line go both ways.
Awesome, Steve.
Test.
I guess this is our first somewhat big fail. Just a couple of lines fell, but what happened?
Alright, so I was building in some lines behind me right here, and as I went down to lean over to start building, by doing that, I must have pushed some air this way, which knocked over the top field toppler that's just resting, leaning against these dominoes here.
Whoever gets to knock it down is going to put this crayon right next to this weight so they know where to put it, and then they just release it. Perfect. Alright, this is the last building day, and we're a couple hours away from the fall down. We got pretty much most of the setup completed, except a couple of spots down there that we're still working on. As you can see, there's a lot of different color patterns, and each section is the color of the rebuild from the sign. We got a domino made out of dominoes and a rainbow. And we also set up these stanchions so that all the kids and everyone watching can be behind this. That way they won't knock down the dominoes. Okay, so after that I didn't really film much because it was really crazy when the crowd walked in and we had to like start filling in gaps and make sure the setup was all good to go. So yeah, hopefully this video was interesting. You got to see a little bit of behind the scenes on how we do domino events like this. Literally all we had planned was the rebuild and the color scheme, and everything else was just free-handed in something we did off the top of our heads. Next week I'm gonna be posting the fall down, so you'll be able to see 30,000 dominoes topple, and it's pretty cool, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to follow me on Instagram because I'm gonna be posting a ton of pictures of this project, and it'll be pretty sick if you follow me because I got some nice pics. If that video is already up, it'll be right here. You can click on that and watch the topple. But meanwhile, I'm Evish5, and I'll see you next Saturday.